Hi, my name is Cherie Siobhan, and welcome to my channel where I talk about anything and everything because we're all multifaceted, right? Today's video is going to be a sketchpad flip through. I love watching people's sketchbook flip throughs while I draw, sew, create in any type of way, or even just like cleaning my room. So, if this serves that same purpose for you, then I'm happy. Today we're touring the Plants and Fungi sketchbook. At some point, I decided I wanted to start having themed sketchbooks. So that's how this became my plants and fungi sketchbook. I just took like this background, and different letters and pictures from magazines, and that's how I made this cover. And this is the inside of the cover. When I bought this sketchpad a long time ago, before it was the Plants and Fungi book, I originally bought it like, I don't even know how old I was, but I bought it as a flip book. Some years went by, I lost it and found it again, and then it became the Plants and Fungi sketchbook. This I did in 2020, November 2020 in pencil. These are just some random doodles that I never finished. I have this to mark pages where I wanted to go back and finish, but we'll probably never, honestly. This is in May 2021. My sketch pads and sketchbooks are not in chronological order because I have so many sketch pads going at once. Also, sometimes I'll go back through and see a page where I barely did anything and I'll no longer be into the idea. So I'll erase whatever was on there and start something else. This is a leaf I did in December 2020, as you can see with the out of order theme of the sketch pads. I don't see a date on this, and that's probably because I didn't finish it. It was some Venus flytraps. Another page I didn't finish. April 2021, I did this strawberry. This is a cutout from a magazine. Oh, I remember this. April 2021. These are some really old markers that I found in like an elementary school pencil box. And I was testing out which ones were dry and which ones actually still functioned. And that was the result. This was in September 2022. I actually remember this day. I was on the train. I was either going to or from seeing my family, and I had some I'm gonna say pistachio. Anyway, I had some pistachios in my travel bag, so I just drew them to pass time on the train ride. This was April 2021. I got some Ateez gel pens. I found them at the Goodwill, and I thought that was really interesting because I had only gotten like clothes and I don't know, other stuff like that, like house stuff from the Goodwill. I didn't know they had art supplies. And this was a Pothos of mine that I had propagating in an old pill bottle. Do you say Pothos or Pothos? Because I say Pothos, but I've heard people say Pothos before, so I don't know what it's actually supposed to be. These are some mushrooms. Oh, this was my birthday. I remember this day. I was in a hotel and I was just like chilling in the morning or in the evening, like when I was not doing, whatever I was doing for my birthday. This light pink is my first experience with Posca paint pens. I didn't get a whole set. I just got the one color to see how I liked them. I became like obsessed with the color combo of this pink and this purple pen that I have. So I know I have more things with these colors. Yep, I was right. Snails and mushrooms. There's always going to be snails and mushrooms in my artwork. And this was also on that same birthday. So I said I was obsessed with that color combo, and I was. This was the next day. I was still like, oh yes, this pink Posca pen and this purple pen look perfect together. It was a whole phase. Did I? Did that sound like I said whole phase? Because I definitely said whole phase. Gotta work on my enunciation for YouTube. And the day after that, I was still in it. I was still in my pink and purple combo phase. Okay, this May 2021, I feel like this was some type of challenge. I'm gonna have to refer to my Instagram to see what this was. I just looked it up, and there's someone on Instagram I follow called Bitch Sprinkles, and they had a May Me challenge, so that's what I was doing in this picture. I was doing 2 days in one. This was in September 2021. I was hanging out with a friend and we went to a cafe where they have roses on the table. So I put out my sketchbook and drew this with a pen while she was eating her sandwich. Why do I remember specifically that she was eating a sandwich? But she was. She was eating a sandwich. This was at the doctor's. I was sitting in the waiting room. Yeah, I was timing how quick it would take until the doctor came in, and she came in really fast. This was also September 2021. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is this like my blood pressure or something? I don't know. I remember this day in September 2021. I went for a little drinky drink with my mom. It was some type of sunrise or sunset drink, and then there were plants by us because we were outdoors. So it was a cute day. All right. October 2021. I feel like this had to be a challenge too. Gonna have to refer back to my Instagram, but all I can tell you right now is this is that Posca paint pen. I just checked, and this one is in the archives because I mean, it's not it's nothing amazing. But it was for something called Issa B Pinktober. It was a challenge on Instagram, and I combined 2 days, cake, and dice. Oh yeah, that's my dice cake. It kind of looks like a hat, like a big old ostentatious hat. This one is from Pinktober also. This is also archived. Even though I really like it, I just didn't get a good shot for Instagram. Yeah, this had to be like Prismacolor color pencils and Prismacolor fine liners, and then this is a white jelly roll. But yeah, this is cute. I like this. I should do more things like this. I like this too. As you can see in other things in the Sketchpad, I draw mushrooms quite often. So yeah. And that's Prismacolor fine liners and jelly roll, just like the other picture. This is an octopus I was drawing for just practice for another prompt where I was trying to figure out what I was going to be doing. This is another page of figuring out what I was going to be doing and how I was going to do the layout. I checked my Instagram and this one is still on the account. This is one of my favorites from that Pinktober. If you see my Instagram caption, I'm just talking about how much I love octopuses, whatever. There was a documentary that I had seen, My Octopus Teacher, on Netflix, which I really loved. I watched it twice. I watched it once by myself and once with my mother, and she loved it too. This was in October 2021. I was doing like a Halloween color thing, but I don't remember like what made me choose pills as the subject, but I ended up turning this into digital art. This page doesn't have a date because it's not finished, but I strongly think that it was January 2022. It was the day of, you know what? It's gonna tell me on the next page. It was the day of an Ateez concert. I was like waiting at the cafe beforehand. Yep. January 2022, when I was drawing these in the Starbucks, eating a Madeline cake. I thought that concert was on the 19th, but apparently it was the 18th, or maybe I went the day before, but that doesn't sound like me because I like to save money on hotels. So I don't know, but yeah, I drew this and I really like this. I really like how this turned out. I actually made a video vlogging the Ateez concert experience, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. This is the beginnings of a drawing I was doing of Sign. Yeah, obviously I didn't get far in it. It's still in its trust the process phase, but you know, there's no proof that I should be trusting the process because I didn't get anywhere with it. This was a day I went to a bar alone, doing my introvert thing. I like to take myself on like solo dates, solo hangouts or whatever. And anyway, this guy started hitting on me, which was very like awkward because I don't know, a lot of people think if you're alone somewhere that it means that you want someone to come join you, but that's not really my thing. But I was able to get away from him and, you know, just spend my time with myself, enjoying my drink and drawing in my sketchbook. So that was nice. After I left that bar, I walked to a cafe, and this is just something like a picture I had taken in my phone. So this wasn't like a live still life or anything, but it was something I wanted to draw. And so I drew this while I waited for my ride to pick me up. Oh, April 2022. April 2022, I was doing a lot of like still lifes. So this was a Capitol building downtown. I was having a drink outside and this was what I was seeing. I'm not really good with perspective and drawing buildings and stuff like that, so this was just an opportunity to practice. And you know, I'll get the hang of it at some point. This was the same day, so this is just my table, my drink, and the little umbrella. Yeah, it was a chill day. Apparently, that day I was just drawing up a storm. This is the same day, same moment where I was outside. This was a drawing reference I had in my phone. I'm obviously not very experienced in drawing bikes, so there's some practice there. We'll get it, we'll get better. This was in May 2022, and needless to say, I was sitting on the toilet. Oh gosh, TMI. Yeah, so I'm drawing the toilet paper holder and the next roll and the little thing. This was May 2022. I was waiting for my ride. I was sitting at a table. This was my tote bag, and this was the table that was in front of me, and that's the chair. It kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it really looks like what it is, but I skipped a bunch of pages that were basically notes just from like random things. But this was from a day where I was vending at a fair. 213, no sales yet. 255, first sale, yay. Yay for me, yay for past me. I guess at some point I was getting sleepy, of course. At 3:22, I got my second sale and the sky was brightening. Oh, you know what? This was on a day that was rainy. So it was outdoors and it was a rainy day, so there weren't a lot of people. That's probably why I didn't get sales until like late in the afternoon. Wow. Um, that's late for an event. I don't know when the event started. Probably, I don't know. Anyway, 5:49 sales became more regular. That's cool. 6:35 I made my vending fee back plus profit. Awesome. Love that for me. And this was in 2022 August. I skipped past more pages that were just notes. This is, I don't know, August or September 2022. I had a ginger beer. This one was actually yesterday, or technically the day before yesterday. So it's the last thing in here. Um, yeah, it was World Frog Day, so I was like, let me pop out a little froggy frog. I actually took a picture of this and I was rendering it in my digital art sketchbook. So we'll see if I finish that by the time that I put this video out or ever, you know, because my sketchbook is full of incomplete artwork. The next page is the last of the raindrops. I don't think at any point I remember to clarify that at some point I gave up on the plants and fungi theme, but yeah, that went because sometimes this was just the sketch pad that I had with me and I wanted to draw whatever I wanted to draw at the time. So portable, draw whatever. Don't worry about the theme. Themes don't work for me. They just don't. I'm not a theme girl. Now I have this sketchbook to fill out. I thought they were the same size, but they're not. But anyway, same sketch pad, slightly bigger, like ever so slightly. And yeah, this one won't be themed, that's for sure. Did I mention that my background is a sweater that I got from Kohl's? Because it's a sweater that I got from Kohl's. It really is quite a bit bigger. These earrings were made by me, and my Etsy shop will be linked in the description. So, you have made it to the end of the video, and you didn't even have to. I like that about you. Let me know which one of these drawings were your favorite, and if you like to watch sketchbook flip-throughs, and what are you doing when you watch them? Toodles!